Before we get started, I just wanted to take a minute to talk about what game design actually is, because I feel that there is a lot of confusion on this subject. In its purest form, game design is simply making decisions about what a game should be and carrying those decisions out across the many subdisciplines that constitute game development. Now, game development is an umbrella term that describes the overall process of making a game and consists of many different subdisciplines. These subdisciplines include game design, which, as we stated, is just making decisions about things such as the rules of play, the look and feel of the game, pacing, setting, themes, and much more. It also includes 2D art, which can be creation of concept and promotional art. For 3D games, it is also the creation of in-game assets and pixel art for 2D games. It includes 3D art, which for 3D games means creating the final art assets which will appear in the game. This includes props, environments, as well as characters. It includes animation, which means bringing these characters and objects to life in the world. It includes programming, which is writing the code that executes the game behavior in the engine and gives the game its interactability. It includes technical art, and now technical artists work alongside both artists and programmers to integrate art assets into the complex game systems built by the programmers. Technical artists also develop the game engines themselves and tools for artists, so engines and tools such as Unreal Engine 5. Which we will obviously be using in this course. Game development also includes level design. Level designers build out engaging and appealing levels for players to exist in. It includes lighting. So lighting artists need to light levels appropriately, not only so players can see what is happening in the environments around them, but lighting artists are also responsible for the general look and feel of these environments. It includes sound, so creation of sound effects, dialogue recordings, music, things of that nature. It includes narrative design, so we need to write the story for the game and the narrative beats, as well as dialogue if your game features any. And it includes UI, which is the creation of on-screen feedback systems for the player to understand the context of the world around them. So this would include things like a health bar for the player or a mini-map to navigate around the world in. So all of these things constitute game development, and game design is just one of these things. Now, we aren't going to discuss much theory in this course. However, if you are interested in game design theory, I highly recommend that you read The Art of Game Design by Jesse Schell. If you read one book in your life on game design, make it this one. Additional resources that I can recommend are An Architectural Approach to Level Design by Christopher Totten. This is a great resource if you want to delve deeper into level design theory. I can also recommend Game Programming Patterns by Robert Nystrom if you want to learn more about coding on a practical level. This book contains a lot of code snippets and examples for common frameworks for building systems and games. In addition to books, there's also a couple websites that are really great resources for game developers. I can recommend 80 Level, which is a website dedicated to game development. It features a lot of great interviews with industry professionals and project breakdowns where artists of various disciplines go through their processes step by step. So you can find that just by searching 80 Level or typing 80.lv into your web browser. And lastly, I can recommend going to gamedeveloper.com, which is formerly known as Gamma Sutra. They feature articles and interviews similar to 80 Level, and you can also find postmortems of published games sometimes on there, which a postmortem is just where the developers of a game review their process and designs after a game has been released, and they discuss what went right, what went wrong, and what they learned from it, which can be really informative and interesting. So once again, these materials are supplementary to this course and are totally optional. I just wanted to present them to anyone that might be interested in delving a little bit deeper into more theoretical designs and practices.